Hello everyone and welcome to another high elo game of Age of Empires. Today the temperature has dropped below zero. It is freezing, but the games are getting hotter. Sorry. I'm so sorry. That sounded a lot funnier and cooler when I wrote it down. That did not sound cool at all. But in any event, wherever you are, whatever the temperature is, join me. Grab your favorite thing to drink, light up your favorite thing to smoke, and come and watch Running, playing as the Khmer, the Khmer in red, take on GL.DauT, playing as the Vietnamese in blue. Now, all the players herd their herdables, explore their immediate enclosed surroundings because we are on Arena, and most likely try to go up to Castle Age ASAP. Look at these bushes lined up in a row here. Interesting. Let's take a look at the Civ matchup we will be watching today. Now, the Khmer, the Khmer Civ that very much focuses on some of the heaviest hitting units in the game. Their Scorpions come with extra range and can be upgraded to shoot a second bolt. Their Battle Elephants move 10% faster and also can be upgraded this time to hit even harder with a +3 attack. And their unique unit is quite possibly one of the hardest, most annoying units to deal with in the game. Move aside, composite bowmen. I am talking about the Ballista Elephants, which, as it sounds is an elephant unit with a giant ballista mounted on its back that, like their Scorpions, can also be upgraded to fire a second bolt. Now, to take advantage of these bonuses, these upgrades, these awesome units, the Khmer have to get their butts up to Castle and Imperial Age ASAP with a lot of food in the bank. So to help them do this, they actually do come with a few quirky features. Super cool, but super quirky. To start with, they don't need any structures to go up to the next age. As long as you've got the resources, if you've got 500 food, you can click up to Feudal Age. Doesn't need a single structure, let alone one or two. Second, any buildings from your age are available to you at all times. There is no such thing as a prerequisite, which means if Running hits Castle Age and wants to start getting Light Cav out to contest some of these relics, or maybe even Feudal Age to get some scouts out, he doesn't need to build a barracks. He can just hit Feudal, hit Castle, and plop down a stable. Third, Khmer farmers do not need to bring any food to their mill or their town center. As long as they're working on a farm, it automatically adds food to their stockpile, so they can literally build farms anywhere. I mean, our Khmer could literally build a farm right here, if he can fit it, with no mill or town center in sight. As long as there's a villager working, tilling them fields, the food gets added to the stockpile. Now, Khmer villagers themselves are also much harder to raid because they can run inside and garrison inside these guys, their houses, and then come out once the danger has passed and basically get back to work. Taking a look to the right of the map, we've got GL.DauT playing as the Vietnamese in blue, an archer civilization with two very cool archer units. To start with, their first unique unit, the Rattan Archer, the second fastest foot archer in the game, comes with a decent attack and a massive amount of pierce armor, making it very hard for enemy archer units to kill. Now, the second is their other unique unit, the Imperial Skirmisher. This is a better armored version of the already somewhat cool Elite Skirmisher. Am I the first person that's ever called the Elite Skirmisher cool? I don't know. That comes with a higher attack and bonus against foot archers and cav archers. Now, that's still not enough archer for you. Any unit that comes out of a Vietnamese archery range, automatically 20% more HP. Now, to support their ranged units on the battlefield, Vietnamese elephants can be upgraded to get at 100 extra HP, and they do get conscription for free, which means they do hit the ground running in Imperial Age and can start pumping out huge amounts of units ASAP. Now, to afford the cost of training these ranged units and their battle elephants and anything and everything that the Vietnamese have available to them, all of their economic technologies cost no wood and are researched twice as fast as normal, and they can upgrade these guys, their lumberjacks, to also generate a little bit of gold every time they cut down some trees. Now, unlike other civilizations that have features designed to protect them from raiding, for example, the Khmer, who can run their villagers into those houses, the Vietnamese, let's take a look at this, have a feature that makes them a bit more offensive. They know exactly where their opponent's town center is located. On a map like this, not super duper relevant, more relevant on probably open maps. Is this, by the way, do these trees extend? Yeah, they extend all the way to the wall. Interesting. Might want to double wall that off in case later on in the game, you know, GL.DauT gets a silly idea of trying to cut this one tree down with an onager or something. But yeah, the Vietnamese, and look at their vision. They know exactly where their opponents spawn, so they can make a beeline straight for those opponents. Actually, sorry to distract myself. This one doesn't look like it's actually all the way to the wall. So a bit of a weird spawn here for GL.DauT, who has this little nook. I mean, I guess he's got the nook over here as well. Kind of in a skull shape with these two eye holes here. Very weird. Very interesting map so far. He's got half and half of an expansion, whereas Running has one big space here to the south of his base, and it is automatically secure with the wall touching the pine. Oh, not just any pine, an Italian pine. Oh, very interesting. What's the difference between a regular pine and an Italian pine? I honestly couldn't tell you. In any event, I know there are people in the comments who watch my videos who they do know a thing or two about trees. So if you can let me know, what is the difference between an Italian pine and just a regular old run-of-the-mill? I mean, olive trees as well? Okay, so we're in a very Mediterranean setting here, it seems like. A very moderate climate, which I guess kind of explains the brown-greenish kind of tint to the map. In any event, let's see how many relics our players have seen. Relics super-duper important on this map. 1, 2, he's got 1, and the 2 next to his base. GL.DauT is seen. Why is his scout the only one out on the map? Well, because he already killed the other scout, which I was blabbing on about Italian pine trees while our Vietnamese was busy getting his kill on. It looks like he also discovered the 4th. Where's the 5th? Right in the center here. How much of the map did Running see before he got killed? 1 relic, and he saw the second one next to his opponent's base. And based on the scouting, it looks like he may have been killed somewhere here, unless he went this way, then doubled back. Although if I had to guess, probably somewhere here. And I would be remiss if I didn't mention that Arena generally played in 3 stages. The first stage, which we're well into, the players rush their butts up to Castle Age. And my, oh my, take a look at that. He's going up to Castle, doesn't have any Feudal Age structures until he already clicked up to Castle. There is your Khmer bonus in action, whereas our Vietnamese, blacksmith, and a stable with a few horses' asses shooing away some flies with their tails. Both players should reach Castle Age at roughly the same time, only about a 25 or so second difference for our Khmer hitting it first. But in any event, stage 1 of the general meta for Arena, you basically rush your butt up to Castle. At the same time, you also try to explore the map and find relics. I'm surprised that he's exploring the back of his base and not really the front of his base, although never mind, he's got a second scout. Once you hit Castle, stage 1 ends, and then everyone starts duking it out for these guys, these shiny bad boys, these relics that defy gravity. And number 3, once all the relics have been gathered, the players basically, how do I put this mildly, try to kill each other. That's when the armies generally come out. Now, always down for a deviation of the meta. It looks like Red did discover now a 3rd relic. And he's gonna, oh, if he just pivots a little bit south, he'll discover the 4th. Oh, that's literally right here. Oh, that scout. But he's got 2 scouts out. Looks like this one, unless he pivots elsewhere, is going to discover that relic. Ooh, no! Okay, does manage to find just the tip. This one remains undiscovered. So both players now in Castle. Stage 1 of the game is over. Stage 2 begins as 1 monastery. A second monastery go up for both players. It looks like our Khmer gets there first with a monk already training. And he's got 3 scouts on the map, but our Vietnamese has 4 because, yeah, remember, he got that 1 kill that I didn't quite catch on the main screen, but we'll have seen it in picture as I was blabbing on about olive trees. I mean, again, another olive tree. And what are you? An oak. Okay, not too sure these trees all kind of grow together in the same climates, but it is what it is. Now, the fun, super cool part, oh my god, our Khmer is housed. Sorry to interrupt myself. The cool part about this is I love the micro in Feudal Age. It is so very much APM intensive. And you think adding a spearman here, I mean, that's to zone out these scouts. You think that's going to accomplish something. It is probably not going to accomplish anything. Unless Running takes a fight, and I don't see why he would take a fight. He sees the monk, by the way, as it tries to convert him. Unless you decide to take a fight, these spearmen are not going to stop anything. These scouts are going to dart around them. They are going to dart through other scouts, and they're just going to kill whatever monk is out. Okay, I mean, I say that immediately gets too 2 swipes off at these scouts. Oh no. Okay, at least. Oh, that's going to be sour if he loses it to. I was going to say, at least he's not going to get converted while he's a light cav. If he got converted, it would have been while he was a scout. Okay, so one player has light cav, one player has scouts. They both look like they're getting husbandry, although our Vietnamese a little bit away. And here you go. Take a look at how quickly these monks died. Light cav need only 2 swipes because of their awesome +10 attack bonus against monks. They really only need 2 swipes of the sword to get rid of this 30 HP unit that has no armor whatsoever. This is not a +3/+3 armor monk. So, happy to get that kill. Unfortunately, did take a bunch of damage from Spearman, which I thought was not going to happen. But there you go. That just shows you how much I know about this game and these players and this map. Oh, Red manages to get a conversion on one of the scouts. Oh, he turns around and becomes a Khmer warrior. Looks like the monk is going to get the relic in the middle of the map. One relic, by the way, already in the Khmer monastery. Can tell by the flag, or you can look at the bottom right of your screen where the relic gold generated. Oh, but 1 whack, 2 whack, and he's done. But that monk, you know what? It would be better to keep him alive. But if you can't keep him alive, at least he brought the relic literally 3 tiles away from his base. So any monk now can just randomly pop out and grab it. 2 extra town centers for our Vietnamese, 2 extra town centers for our Khmer. Both of them, 37, 39 villagers apiece. Not exactly a huge economic difference. Army counts, you're looking at them. This is their army out here on the map, trying to not only scout for opposing monks, but also try not to get killed by opposing spearmen and opposing light cavalry units, and I guess also opposing monks, because as we saw, you can actually convert these units now. They're a lot more resistant to conversion than your average everyday unit in this game, but things can happen. What are we working with here? 1 scout, 7 light cavalry against 6 light cavalry units and a spearman. Still no kills, despite the fact that he took 18 HP off a few of these units for red. There are still 2 relics out on the map. Our Khmer has gotten a lead of 2-1. They are dueling it out. Absolutely bonko. Let's see. Blue, I'm surprised. Okay, I was going to say, I'm surprised he's not just going south to get this relic, but the red monk is going to lose this war. He's going to lose this race. The hare gets there quicker than the turtle, or the turtle gets there quicker than the hare. Whichever side of the fable you support, the cocky hare or the sleepy turtle. Now there's 1 relic left on the map. Both players will have 2 relics apiece. I wonder who will get this. Red pulling some kind of maneuver here, running, trying to go around the backside, expecting perhaps to find a monk heading over to this relic. He is about 10 seconds too early, though. And now Blue is sending out 2 monks. He knows one of them alone on his own can get killed, but the second will bring that relic home. Another huge engage here. Blue is very happy to take this engage. Not only does he have a spearman, but his monks are slowly inching their way forward. No! Out of the ether, out of nowhere comes a red monk, but 1 and 2 whacks, and he's dead. But he managed to move the relic a little bit closer to red, and he slaughtered the entire blue army. There are no more blue units left. DauT doesn't have an army, which means these monks cannot move out. Are there any monks for red? Okay, so red will get there first with this 1 monk. He's also plopping down a 4th town center. Let's see how he handles this. Again, this monk is dead. I mean, you can have as many blocking scouts, light cav, as you want. Light cav are just so fast. They're so maneuverable that it doesn't really matter. This monk needs to go. Go, 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 go. Now, I thought blue would have definitely engaged. I think he's going to see that the white dot has disappeared on the map, which tells him that the relic is gone. And let's see how far he chases into this. Let's keep an eye on his vision. He's going to know that the monk is going to this gate because, of course, why wouldn't it? Oh, he catches the tip. The monk, where the hell are you going? Where the hell are you going? So the monk will die. And there you go. There's the versatility of this unit. I thought he was going to delete one of his wall parts. Oh, he gets another conversion. Running is running away with this game. What? Okay, he gets the relic. It is now 3 relics to 2. Phase 2 of the game is over. Phase 3 begins. Generally, somebody juts out onto the map, lays claim, sticks their flag into terra firma, and says this land belongs to the Khmer Empire, more specifically to the Khmer Empire's siege workshop. Let's take a look at their bases while the players decide what to do next. Both of them seem to be booming significantly, 76 to 75 villagers apiece. 4 town centers for our Khmer, 5 for our Vietnamese. He's got a barracks, he's got a stable, of course. We saw the blacksmith, we know there's a monastery, but now he's also adding in a university. Stable and nothing else, just a stable and a monastery. Does he even have a blacksmith? I find it very hard sometimes to see the Khmer blacksmiths just because their roofs look very much like other houses. But he also has a siege workshop here in the center, training a battering ram. Of all things, a battering ram. Okay. So he wants to bust in. Not too sure what he expects to accomplish busting in here with just a few light cavalry units, but oh my goodness, 27-minute mark, Imperial Age for our Khmer, who only has 1 building needed. Actually, no, never mind. He's got the monastery as well. My bad. So he does have the requisite buildings. And now he's killed it yet again. The entirety of DauT's aggressive offensive army that's out on the map. But DauT doesn't really care. His castle is in a very secure location. Happy to give his opponent the map control that his opponent is probably very happy to take with 2. Oh, scorpions. 2 siege workshops, a minute 40 seconds away from Imperial. DauT needs 100 more food and then he will be free, I'm assuming, to also click up to the next stage. There we go, Imperial for both players. Surprised he's not using this town center. This one's a little bit exposed, a little bit in the forward position, although I guess not really seeing much aggression. Not that DauT has very good map vision. Look, this is what he sees. He doesn't know what the hell's going on here. He sees with that 1 scout unit that died, I guess the light cab, if you want to get real technical about it. He saw the 1 siege workshop with the flags, but what he hasn't seen is the 2nd or whatever came out of that siege workshop. And in 40 seconds, our Khmer is going to be in Imperial with 1,000 food. Right as I say that, he researches bloodlines, he researches gold shaft mining. Now, if you haven't seen it before, Khmer Hussar spam is just absolutely redonkulous. Remember, they're farmers. Don't need to drop any food off. So take a look, by the way, at the top left of your screen. You see that food count just going up, 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 up a unit, up a unit, up a unit? That's because these guys are each gathering 1 food, 1 steak, 1 whatever meat you like to eat at a time. Pikemen are going to do a good amount of damage here. And he exposes his scorpions, but they're going to get cleaned up because just the numbers do not work in their favor. And these are not Roman scorpions with 1 minimum range. I believe these are just basic B scorpions with 2 minimum range, but take a look at that 7+1. He doesn't have siege engineers research. That's just the way they come. Oh, this is sour get there. Sour loss for our Khmer, who has to abscond. But the light cav are here. I don't know about this. 6 pikemen against 10 light cav. The light cavs don't really have any upgrades, and the pikemen come with a nice 22 attack bonus against cavalry. Ooh, heavy scorpions. Rattan archers. Okay, an interesting dynamic being set up here on the map. By the way, a Khmer castle. Now, we've seen Roman scorpions absolutely cause chaos on the field. Double crossbow. That's why he's getting a castle. I was going to say, are we going to get to see ballista elephants? But no, he's going double crossbow, and our Vietnamese is going infantry. He's going up to 6 scorpions. They're going to shoot double bolts very, very soon in 5 seconds. I don't know that infantry, especially halberdiers, are the way to go. But DauT did not invest too much into training units. I mean, the upgrades themselves are not cheap, but the rattan archers, theirs is a melee. Theirs is a pierce armor boost, or pierce armor. How do we want to say? What am I trying to say? They have a lot of pierce armor. They don't have any melee armor. This is a nice throw of a few cavalry units. I don't think this guy's making it back to the base, and I'm wrong again. 7 scorpions, conscription, blast furnace for what? Your scouts? Okay. He's got scouts. He's got a few halberdiers of his own. Where are they, by the way? Okay, right underneath my very nose. These look like they might have been converted. Yes, they definitely are. The way you can tell is they've got +2 armor. Oh my god, look at the extra bolts Look at the extra bolts, so you can tell because they have +2 armor, whereas our Khmer hasn't researched a single armor upgrade. Oh, a double whammy. That was a fantastic get there for our Vietnamese. Another Scorpion falls. This is, these trebuchets are doing a good amount of work here. Nothing particularly special about the Vietnamese trebs. Oh my god, 2 more. That's 5 Scorpions they've killed. Not exactly every day you get to see a kill count of 5 on some trebs. Okay, that's more realistic than missing every single volley. And the funny thing is about microing units against treb balls, usually when you move them like this out of the way, you know, it works. Oh, he misses again. The ranged unit that's attacking you misses, but with trebs, because they're so wildly inaccurate, you can move them this way, that way. They can still get hit by an errant fiery ball, and there's siege engineers for our Khmer. And he's getting more Scorpions. Might want to place a few more siege workshops. Never mind, he's got to say, build 1 or 2 more if you're going to double down on Scorpions here. You might want to overwhelm your opponent. But these guys are going to have 9 range, and he's going up to Hussars. He is building perhaps an untouchable army with one exception, and we are looking at it. These bombard cannons out of our Vietnamese, they can absolutely get to these Scorpions without risking their life. That being said, he's got to surround them with halberdiers, because now we're going to see 21 Hussars with very few upgrades, full attack upgrades. I like that he got Blast Furnace really early on. Looks like there's a bit of a blue blob. A tongue twister moving down south. Now we have a bit of a standoff. We've got 2 armies that can't really engage into one another. He's losing a lot of Scorpions as running, by the way. This is a lot of dead Scorpions. More than really should be the case here. Wow, how did that one not die? How did the other one die? The Hussars can't really engage into the Halbs. The Halbs can't really engage into anything here. But our Vietnamese GL.DauT going with quantity at the moment. He's going up to 53 halberdiers. But the Hussars are quick. They're maneuverable. They get a bombard cannon here to the back. They get a bombard cannon to the front. There's 1 more left alive. He will survive. Wow. Okay, so he does save 1 bombard cannon, loses 2. That's all. These are not cheap units. 450 resources for 1 unit is not cheap. So he just lost 1,000 resources there for a few meat units. Oh, look at the maneuvering out of running here. He will get him. He'll get him. But now the Hussars, I don't even know what the point of running around with those Hussars is. You know they're dead meat. Where are all the Scorpions? I had such high hopes for seeing Scorpions, and we're down to seeing only 7. 6. Maybe 5? Yeah, definitely 5. Hussars running around trying to catch more bombard cannons. They will catch, but there's a castle. There are Halbs, and there is not enough damage output from the Hussars. They do only attack on an 11. Oh, look at him teefing his opponent's stone. Does Red know about this? No, he doesn't. He doesn't know that's happening. Not that our Vietnamese is going very castle heavy. Of course, right as I say that, I see that he is plopping down a castle. You know, some games I'm very on it. Some games I'm very, I call it. I can predict. Other games, literally every call I make, it turns out to be quite wrong. And here we go. Let's see the pass-through damage in action. Oh, and this is exactly what I think GL.DauT wants to happen. He wants these Scorpions to focus on the Halbs. The Halbs zone out the Hussars. Meanwhile, the bombard cannons just move forward and absolutely destroy these Scorpions. More and more of them are falling. Does he have siege engineers? No, he does not. He's getting paper money. His 49 lumberjacks are going to start generating a small trickle of gold. I forget what the exact ratio is to pay back that cost of that upgrade, but it is going to be a while before that happens. Oh, more Hussars trying to snipe these bombard cannons. He won't even get one as they move forward. They will. No, they're repairing the traps. So much action in the middle of the map. Villagers 140 to 130. Army count. Our Khmer is down significantly. But a lot of the army supply of the Vietnamese, almost the entirety of the army, is in halberdiers, which I'm assuming our Vietnamese is happy to throw away, because why the hell not? As long as your bombard cannons stay safe, as long as they can keep sniping scorpions, it's fantastic. What you don't want to happen is this. An exposed bombard cannon is the last thing you want. But look at how fast the hussars kill these bombard cannons. It's the same principle with monks. Unless you literally surround your bombard cannon with halberdiers, those bombard cannons are always going to be at risk. 12 scorpions, no ballista elephants yet. Why are these hussars not upgraded defensively, you might ask? Because there's really no point. You're fighting the halberdier. The halberdier's attack is shit. It's not really relying on anything. Mostly it's relying on, or the only thing it's relying on, it's bonus. And your armor doesn't protect you against that plus 32 bonus damage, which is why I think running is not really prioritizing armor upgrades at the moment for his hussars. The attack upgrades was a brilliant move because you want to snipe the bombard cannons as fast as possible. And now they're going south, pivoting south. Let's zoom out and see what's kind of going on the map here. It looks like running has taken most of the stone here. It looks like DauT has taken all of the stone here, and now he's gobbling up the gold to the south. This is still open, by the way. Oh, now they're trying to get the trebs. I don't know if they'll get these trebs. The halberdier's close. It's so close. Oh my goodness, literally half a second. But the bombard cannons are just destroying these scorpions. What an absolute bonkers game. This is the game of zoning out your opponent. Oh, and this is what I was talking about with the errant fiery balls. You really have to be so careful. Trebs, because they're so inaccurate, generally that's a bad thing. But when you're trying to micro bombards against them, their inaccuracy might actually work to their benefit. You might be better off just leaving your unit exactly where it is. Another castle forward for our Khmer as he pounces yet again on another BBC. Doesn't get a single HP worth of damage. These halberdiers doing an amazing job protecting it. But 9 range on a scorpion is ridiculous. You know what else is ridiculous? Seeing double crossbow in action, double bolt in action. DauT. What do you say here? He is getting running to spend a lot of gold on his army. There's a lot of gold being spent on this Khmer army with these scorpions, these never-ending scorpions, whereas our Vietnamese, the only gold unit he's got is these bombard cannons. Okay, never mind. Now he's right. Of course, right as I say that, he trains 2 trebuchets. Bombard cannon here might want to take out this treb instead of a few villagers. This castle is definitely going up. Okay, he finally does do that with the help of some halberdiers. It goes down. There's also a villager with a big old sword here taking down, but the villager dies. Not exactly a Spanish villager. DauT unfurls a treb. A bombard cannon is here. Will it get these trebs? DauT is doing a good job zoning out these crossbows, but running is doing an equally good job just incrementally World War I style fighting over every single tile, one tile at a time, pushing in. DauT is being pushed back. His infrastructure here is in jeopardy. What does he have back home? Only 5 barracks. He's going to go down from 8 to 5. But these bombards, still no siege engineers. Correct me if I'm wrong. Vietnamese do get siege engineers, right? I wonder why he's not researching it. I guess he doesn't really want to waste the resources on an extra unit of range. He is fighting a unit that already has 3 tiles less range. Oh, it looks like these 2 hussars got by this Vietnamese castle. And in they come again. Running is happy to throw Vietnamese, to throw hussars, to throw Vietnamese. I'm sure he'd be happy to throw Vietnamese into the GG pile, but no, he's throwing away a lot of hussars here. They're in kind of small clumps. And there's a big old clump of halbs here. But our scorpion count is rising to 21. The castle to the south now under attack. Are there any villagers left to repair? No, there are not. So this castle is definitely falling, but an emergency retreat castle. There's finally siege engineers. Bloodlines? Chain barding armor? Is he going to fight back with light cav? Vietnamese don't get hussars. How many stables does he have? Whoa. Okay, so we're gonna get to see a cavalry battle here. I mean, he's one upgrade away from maxed out light cavalry units. And in they come, but look at all the dead scorpions. He's down to 14. These bombards out of our Vietnamese are just doing an amazing job. Both of these players building such impressive armies. Ultimately, though, it is the sponge of Age of Empires, the halberdier, that seems to be taking the better engagements here, because our Vietnamese has climbed up to 7 bombard cannons. Ooh, this is not a good move here from these. Okay, you can't leave them exposed like this, but look at running. I feel like the running we know of 5-10 minutes ago would have run into there and killed, or tried to kill, but he saves about 7 or 8 of these units. Does running have any inclination, any idea, any clue that he's about to get hit by a whole bunch of light cav? Did DauT research the... Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to see Vietnamese elephants. Please, you have to get there. In honor of Snoop Dogg and his announcement that he is no longer going to be smoking weed, you have to get Chatras. Oh, goodness gracious. 10 villagers lie dead here at the hands of these 2 hussars. Yikes. Definitely will have seen that in picture. You have to get it. Get your HP up to 420. No wonder he was so adamant about it, getting another castle up. But he doesn't have the food to try. There it is. We're going to get to see 420 HP elephants. He's got 40 population space. He's researching the last armor upgrade. And behind all of this, our Vietnamese has absolutely destroyed the scorpion count of his opponent. He's got 5 going up to 8 scorpions. That's a third of what it used to be. 8 elephants being trained in 2 seconds. They're going to be upgraded. Oh, and look at that. Running catches wind of it, and he must be going, oh, for F's sake, what the hell? A fully upgraded Snoop Dogg battle elephant is heading his way, and they've been made an increment faster. Remember, with the latest patch, they no longer move at 0.85 tiles per second. They move at 0.88. Another scorpion falls. Now, the thing about elephants, they're not exactly the quickest, and there are a lot of hussars here. Let's see this battle. Another scorpion falls, but your most powerful unit is in the back. Why are you not engaging with it? He's going for those bombards. There's only 1 left. Oh, running manages to get a good amount of bombard cannon kills, but 1 survives. But he doesn't even need bombards anymore. He's got 10,000 HP of elephants. What is our Khmer doing? Oh my god, he invested significantly into Trebs, but the Trebs are unsupported. In they come. Where are they going? Where are they going? Where are they going? This is a lot of fancy footwork here. Oh my god, what a big hook shape. That was a football pattern. Will he get him? He finally does get that last bombard cannon. But now what the hell do you do against this elephant onslaught? They just will not die. You can have quadruple crossbow if they can close on you with 420 HP next to the Persian war elephant. This is the chunkiest elephant unit in the game, and now they're closing to the north and the Trebs to the center on the Trebs to the south. They've closed completely on the scorpions, and our Khmer army has disappeared, and with it, his hopes of winning the game. Holy moly! What an amazing transition there right at the end of the game by DauT. I mean, running. First of all, kudos where kudos is earned. He caught wind of this right as it caught out. I mean, I would have liked him to catch wind of this much earlier. He did not explore this part of the map until literally a few minutes ago when the first elephants were popping out, fully armored, fully HP'd. And man, oh man, was this a brilliant transition out of DauT. And all of a sudden, a whole bunch of elephants swarm. And even though he can produce hussars for days, he does have the food. He does have How many villagers right before he died? 73 villagers on food, so he can produce hussars for days. But against elephants, with their area of effect range of 0.4 tiles, you're not beating those with hussars. And hussars on a closed map like this, I mean, we saw a lot of damage. 10 villagers dying up here next to the Italian pines. I'm going to Google that the second I finish casting this game. We saw a few villagers go down, but the majority of the Vietnamese base is behind closed walls, which means hussars are not going to get into here. At best, they can maneuver around here, but there's a castle. I guess you can get a few of these lumberjacks, but by then, these elephants are absolutely going to swarm over you with their 14 base attack. What an absolute brilliant baller move out of DauT. And what an amazing game out of these two players. 379 hussars, 510 halberdiers. Again, both of these players built sponge armies designed to take a beating, one with the quintessential sponge of the game, the halberdier, whose entire life seems to be very short-lived. This is the fruit fly of Age of Empires, if I can call it that. They're born, they try to kill some cavalry units, and then they die immediately. And then the other player building the faster maneuverable unit, the Hussar, Khmer Hussars. Man, oh man, can they spam them with their crazy farming features. I mean, look at this. This is pretty crazy here. Next to this, I'm assuming olive tree. Yeah, okay. At least I can identify some trees. But ultimately, I think Red was just not expecting, not prepared for this. But that's what happens. And I suspect a lot of this elephant transition, the affordability of it comes from the fact that DauT just kept forcing his opponent to lose more and more scorpions while he himself just trained halberdiers. And yeah, sure, the occasional 225 gold bombard cannon, but that is nothing compared to the amount of scorpions that died. Let's take a look at the stats. Economy so similar. Gold, very similar. Wow. So yeah, he was definitely able to afford those battle elephants because he saved so much money just training endless amounts of halberdiers with 16.5. So a lot more wood for our Vietnamese. Big surprise there with the paper money civilization. A lot more food for our Khmer. Big surprise there with the farming feature. And then the scarce resources going to our Khmer as well. I don't think conversions, yeah, 6 out of 537 is about 1% of the Vietnamese army was converted, mostly in the opening salvos of the game. But what an absolute baller game. We got to see scorpions with double crossbow, not something we see every day. Usually when you see double crossbow, it's more for those ballista elephants. But man, was that a lot of fun. I think running, though, just threw away too many of these scorpions. Lost, I shouldn't say threw away because he didn't actively throw them away. He lost too many of the scorpions to the bombard cannons. That being said, he did an amazing job sniping and kiting and not kiting, but sniping and destroying the bombard cannons of our Vietnamese. But ultimately, when you build 510 halberdiers as the brunt of your army, you have a bit of gold left over. Let's put it like that. And with paper money as well helping out, and with 2 relics. Now we saw the relic gold collected is about 1,000 different, so not really playing a role. But total kill count, our Khmer, who was kind of playing offense defense for a bit there, right? He was attacking with his hussars, but then running back to his scorpions, then attacking with the hussars again, running back to his scorpions. A bit of a yo-yo-ish, not the player Mr. Yo, the actual toy, the yo-yo, up and down, left and right kind of gameplay. Villager kills almost identical, actual kills almost identical, less than 10% difference is a fantastic game for us. And yeah, ultimately this transition from our Vietnamese just absolutely overwhelms. Like I said, you can have quadruple bolt, it won't make a difference, not with a unit with 420 HP that now moves at almost 1 tile per second, while you shoot at a 3.6 second delay 9 tiles away means you get only 2 shots off at this elephant before it closes on you. And then all of a sudden, those big tusks with those cool chains between them are going to wreck you. And with those cool elephant units with the tusks and the chains between them, it is DauT who takes the game, but GG to both players. Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips and make sure to subscribe and enable notifications so that you're notified of my latest uploads.